Hi, my dear children. Welcome back to English class. You all are energetic, aren't you? Yes. Did you go through the passages taken? Did you understand up to what I have taken? Yes. Now tell me then, who is Till? He is a wanderer. Very good. Where did he reach? He reached the palace of Battenberg. Who stopped him at the gate? Yes, the captain of the guards. Why did he stop him? Because they won't allow any loafers inside the palace. Who is a loafer then? Loafer is a person who doesn't like to work. Hope you remember the comment of captain on Till and his donkey. He said they both were looked like skeletons. From this you understood Till was in poverty. He had nothing to eat. Shall we continue the lesson, children? Yes. Now I am going to read a few passages.
The captain was
Listen to
playing
it
a game
carefully.
of chess with another officer. He looked curiously at Till. Where do you come from? He asked. From Flanders, replied Till. What do you want? I should like to show His Highness the Archduke one of my paintings. I am a painter. Well, if you are a painter and if you come from Flanders, you may come in, said the captain, somewhat impressed.
When Till reached the palace, the captain was playing chess, an intelligent game. By seeing Till, the captain asked from where he is and why had he come there. Till replied, I am a painter from Flanders and I wish to present a painting to His Highness. Who is His Highness? In the previous class, we learned a word Archduke, which means the king. So here, Till addressed the king as His Highness. I'll give you an example. Who is a teacher? One who teaches us, right? So, for addressing a male teacher, we used to address him as Sir. And what about the female teacher? Ma'am or Madam. What about judge in the court? You might have seen in the movies. Yeah, Your Honor. So here, in this context, Till used the words His Highness and Archduke to address the king. So, Till is a painter from Flanders and he wished to present a painting to His Highness, the king. By hearing Till is a painter, the captain allowed him to get inside the palace.
Let's continue. The captain knew that Flemish painters and their pictures were in great demand all over Europe. Till was presented to the Archduke. He saluted the Archduke 3 times and stood before him with his head bowed. May your Highness pardon me for my rashness in thinking that one of my paintings will please your Highness. I have brought a picture of Our Lady, the Virgin, in her royal robes. I have painted it specially so that I might lay it at your noble feet. Till paused a few moments for his words to sink in. Then he continued, You must forgive me, Your Highness, if I have dared to hope that this picture will please you. Perhaps Your Highness might wish to offer me the chair of your court painter who died recently. I can see the empty velvet chair waiting to be filled.
Why did the captain allow him inside the palace? Because he knew that the Flemish painters and their paintings were in great demand all over Europe. So without any hesitation, the captain allowed him inside the palace. Till reached inside the palace and he met Archduke and he saluted him 3 times and he bowed his head. He said he has brought a beautiful painted picture of the queen. He addressed the queen as Our Lady. So he has brought a beautiful painted picture of the queen in her royal robes. What is a robe? It's a long garment. You can see in the picture, it's a long garment. He thought the king would accept his painting without a second thought. Children, do you think Till had just come to present painting to Archduke? Of course not. He has an intention. What will be the intention of Till? Yeah, because he already heard that the court painter had died recently and the chair is empty. So it has to be filled. Now you got the idea of Till. He wanted to become the court painter. How cunning he is. He flattered the king to get the position.
Let's continue. The Virgin's picture was a splendid painting, and the Archduke made up his mind at once. He embraced and kissed him on both cheeks. He said, I shall be delighted to make you my court painter. He directed him to the chair and made him sit on it. Well, my dear fellow, he said, you do have a tongue in your head, and you certainly seem to know how to use it. You are a very talkative fellow, aren't you?
The king's painting was a splendid one. It's a beautiful one, and the king impressed by seeing that. So the king made up his mind. What do you made up his mind? Decided. So he decided to make Till as the court painter, and he directed him to sit on the chair of the court painter. Now Till became the court painter. Because of his happiness, king's happiness, he embraced. What will be embraced? Hug. So he hugged Till and gave kiss on both his cheeks. The king said, well, my dear fellow, you do have a tongue in your head, and you certainly seem to know how to use it. Children, do we have tongue in our head? No. Then why did the king say so? Because he said that Till is very talkative. See, you are a very talkative fellow, aren't you? What is aren't you here? It's a question tag. Aren't you? What is aren't you? It's a question tag, short form of question. So the king said here, you are very talkative, aren't you? So the king knows that Till is a talkative person. For confirming his statement, he just added question tag. When I start the class, I ask, you all are energetic, aren't you? I know that my children are energetic. Just to confirm that I have asked again.
Let's continue the next paragraph. Your Highness, may it please you to remember me and my donkey, Jeff, for just one more minute. Till replied, my donkey has been feeding himself fairly well all along the way on the thorns in the hedges and the grass on the roadside. But I have had nothing to eat for the past 3 days. My stomach has been complaining very loudly. Perhaps your Highness can even hear it now. I have been feeding myself with dreams of good food and drink at your royal table.
So, Till requested the king to remain him and his donkey Jeff. What's the name of the donkey? Jeff. To remain him and his donkey Jeff for a minute. He said his donkey has been feeding on the way to the palace. What will be the food of donkey? Yeah, the thorns in the hedges and the grass on the roadside. So the donkey has been feeding himself, but Till have had nothing to eat for past 3 days. Can we stay without food for 3 days? We can't, right? But Till was in poverty and he don't have anything to eat. My stomach has been complaining very loudly. Perhaps your Highness can even hear it now. So his stomach started to produce some sounds because of hunger. I have been feeding myself with the dreams of good food and drink at your royal table. So he is dreaming for the rich, delicious food from the palace.
Let's continue. The Archduke smiled and said, "Well, my dear fellow, you will certainly have something more solid than dreams to feed on. But where's your donkey?" "I left him outside, opposite the palace. I shall be most grateful if Jeff is looked after. He needs a little fodder and lodging at night," said Till. The Archduke immediately ordered the donkey to be taken care of, and he added, "Treat it like one of my own animals."
By hearing that, the king smiled and he said, "Surely you will get more than you dreamt of." And the king asked, "Where's your donkey?" Till replied, "I placed him outside of the palace." Again, Till requested to the king to give fodder and lodging to the donkey. What will be fodder? Food for cattle. Lodging, the place to live. Stable for the donkey. By hearing that, the king immediately ordered his courtiers to take care of the donkey as one of his own animals.
Let's move on to the next paragraph. Before long, supper was served, and it was like a wedding feast. The tables were loaded with every kind of food and drink. Wine flowed like water. The courtiers stuffed themselves with the choicest dishes. The Archduke made Till eat and drink until his stomach was about to burst. The Archduke too ate heartily. His face was flushed with drink, but he seemed lost in thought. He suddenly looked up and said loudly, "Our court painter must paint our portrait so that we will have the satisfaction of leaving our memory to our descendants. We too have to take our place in the history along with our noble ancestors whose portraits adorn these walls. It is sad to think of death. We don't know when God will think fit to summon us, but our portrait should be painted."
The king arranged the dinner like a wedding feast. What do you mean feast? Vidana. So he arranged the dinner like a wedding feast. You can imagine the varieties of food items, drinks, wine, etc. All the courtiers had a grand dinner. The Archduke said to Till to have as much he wants, that means till his stomach burst. The Archduke also had a lot. His face became red with drink and he lost in thought. Suddenly he looked up and said, "Our court painter should paint the portrait of the king and the courtiers." Why did the king say so? Because he wanted to leave a mark to his descendants for the memory and show off his power and strength. And the portrait should be hung on the walls along with the portraits of the ancestors. Who are descendants and ancestors? Descendants means the next generation, Varum Talamuraka. And what about the ancestors? Purvigal. Let me show you some portraits. Look at the beautiful portraits, the paintings. Yes. So like these portraits should be hung on the walls. We cannot predict our death. It's in the hands of God. So we have to accept that. Nobody knows when God will call us. So the king wanted the portrait should be painted by Till. So I hope you understood today's session. Let me ask you a few questions. What's the intention of Till? Yes, he wanted to become the court painter. Why did the captain allow him inside? Because he knew that the Flemish painters were in great demand. So my dear children, go through the textbook and read it well, and if you have any doubts, you can clarify it with me, and I am here for you. Thank you. Have a nice day.